Welcome everybody to Daily Census Explained, where we explain the story in more detail, but in a fun way, so you can know the backstory and how the inspiration came for each episode and each chapter. Thank you guys for listening.
All right, welcome back everyone to chapter 12 of Daily Census. Moving on. So, this takes place immediately after the last chapter. She's sitting outside in her car. She's pretty sure that Rivera was probably the one who tipped off the board. He's already in the role. He's in her office up there.
Yeah, they're looking out the window.
Mm-hmm. And so, she's like, you know what? They screwed me. I'm gonna use what I have still in the hospital to try and cause them some trouble. So she kind of calls Scotty Allen right away. And she warns him, you know what?
Yeah.
They came for me. They may be coming for you and all this too. And if not now, just be careful. Watch out for Rivera because he's intimidated by you, which makes you a threat to him.
All right.
So watch out for that. So, she knew this all along. She also passes on some information that Rivera did not want to hire Scotty Allen for that position. He didn't think he could handle it, and he also didn't like that he was black.
Yeah,
and
I went through that exact same thing.
Really?
That's exactly personal what happened to me. Mm-hmm. CEO literally told me that.
Yeah.
She said, first she asked me in the interview for the job, why you didn't go for the COO job? You're more intelligent and more educated than he is. Why? I like, ma'am, I didn't go for that job. I went for this job. Mm-hmm. And then later on, she was telling me, she said, he came to me and said, he's black. You think that his guys will even listen to him?
Interesting.
I'm like, what? So after that, I knew what I was dealing with.
Right.
As long as I knew what I'm dealing with, I could play my cards. So I knew just keep my distance from him and just do everything I had to do.
Yeah.
And he would throw all this bullshit on me, extra shit. He had extra stuff, but he didn't know how he wanted it. And I'm supposed to come up with some magical stuff to make sure it's done for him. But you know what? Right. Instead of bitching about it, being all upset, I did it. And I told my wife, she said, why you doing? I said, because he's going to make me better for my next job.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to blow everybody's minds if I can do this shit. Wait when I go to my next job. And I did it. Mm-hmm. And look where he's at and I'm at now. You see what I mean?
Well, where is he at now?
Yeah. Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling, but he can look and see where I'm at.
And he's not at that job
I'm
anymore.
good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing is, why would you hire me or send me down there that you knew you had a problem with? You didn't want nobody black working for you.
Right.
He hated that I was veteran. He hated I was this, that.
Your degree.
Yeah, I was, better looking, smarter. You know what I'm saying? Only reason he got the job, only reason why he literally had that job because he was white. And he knew it.
Yep.
So I was a threat to him, but I didn't want his job.
Right.
Never thought of it in the first thing.
But he'd never believed that.
Yeah. I was just, no. Everything he wanted to be, I was.
Yep. So there was a lot of jealousy and a lot
he
of
couldn't get in the
imposter.
military because he had a bad foot or a flat feet or some shit. He was telling me stuff like that. I'm like, okay. But he was always talking about this country and our country does. I said, well, hell, did you serve? He's like, no. I said, well, if you weren't willing to die for your country, why you always talking about your country this, country that? Mm-hmm. You didn't give a fuck about it to die for it.
Right.
But you love your country and my country does. Right. Well, damn, serve it.
Yeah, big talker.
Yeah, that's all it was. And but like anything else, you learn from experience. And I learned this type of dude, how to deal with dudes like that.
Right.
You kill them with success.
Yeah, because it sounds like he was just trying to set you up to fail constantly.
And once you realize he couldn't,
yeah.
You see, most people think they're the smartest guy in the room till you meet the smartest guy in the room.
Yep.
So, that's why I put that in there. And if he ever reads it, he know I'm talking about him.
Yeah.
He gonna feel it. but it is what it is. But that's why I put it on there. But Eric Rivera was definitely opportunist.
Right.
Opportunist.
And he's an opportunist, and he's also Latino as well. And so it's interesting, and I know that there is a lot of prejudice, a lot of groups, but it was interesting to see that.
You've been in Miami enough to know.
Oh, yeah. And I lived
I've lived all over. Latinos here are different.
Yeah.
Most of them think they're white.
That is a whole thing.
And it's
unto
really
itself.
funny to me because we was in Texas and a Latino guy from Florida worked for me, got pulled over.
Yeah.
Pulled out his license. the sheriff in Texas cut his fucking license up. He said, what are you doing? He said, because this is a fake license. He said, what you mean? He said, your name is, let's say, Hector Diaz, but you got down here white. You're Latino. That's not right. Cut that damn license up. But I am white. No, you're not. You're Hispanic.
You're white Hispanic.
You see what I'm saying? They don't play that. But here,
acceptable.
South Florida, you can do it.
Oh yeah. So,
Go north of Orlando and try that shit.
Right.
But see, as long as they down here, they good. You only have to speak English and get a job here.
Yeah.
You only have to have an interview in English, which is no problem. But everywhere else, you have to. We would get in trouble in Texas if you didn't do the interview in English.
right.
Here, they just overlook, and it was a law.
Right.
It's a
Yeah.
law here, but they don't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can get away. So by me traveling, being all over the world, I saw a different, like, in New York, all the Hispanics, cool. Cubans and all that, but they mostly live around black people.
Right.
Down here, they don't. They do that. They got their own thing. So everything is different.
Very
So
much
it's just, you gotta just learn the culture. That's all. So in this book, I just wanted to show that Eric, even though he's Latino, in his mind, he's a white man until they prove him that he's not.
Well,
And they're going to show him.
Yeah. And that's often the thing, is that people think that they're in, and unfortunately they often think they're in, especially with white men. And all's fine as long as everything's good.
As long as you're making money.
Yep. But the minute that doesn't
Means
happen,
you fuck up.
you're not.
Yeah, they're gonna
Remind
show you
who you are.
They're gonna show you real quick.
Yep. And sadly, that happens over and over again.
You have to get what they say. Or it's a term called. Sometimes you gotta hug the cactus. You gotta hug the ones that are gonna hurt you,
Yeah.
because sooner or later you fuck up, they're gonna get rid of you.
Right.
Make an example out you. Come on and hug this cactus. To get back in, you're going to have to be humiliated.
Yes. Yep. And so, we know where he stands with this. And now that Snipes has talked to Scotty and he knows this, he's now going to be hyper aware of what's going on and now suspicious of where he stands with everything. So he's going to be keeping a close eye on what's going on, because he knows that they probably have it out for him at this point.
Right.
So we see where Snipes.
She warned her, but late after she got affected.
Yeah.
Long as she didn't get affected, she was gonna tell him shit. She knew about this from the beginning.
Yeah.
But now, since it affects her, she's gonna tell him, let's fuck up everything else. And I wanted to show that Scotty's just freaking naive.
Yeah.
Why they doing it to me? I haven't did nothing to them.
Right.
She's telling you this man hates you.
But he's not seeing the bigger
No,
picture.
well, if I could just keep doing my job good, he'll leave me alone.
Right.
No, it's never gonna happen. She's telling you now.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, he's gonna get rid of you.
Yep. There's
You're a threat, regardless how great you are.
right. And no matter how pleasant you've been or how much your
Yeah.
staff
How
likes you, he
educated
is
you
out
are.
The
there.
man's done nothing wrong,
Yeah.
except the guy just don't like him. I've met people just don't like people for no reason.
Oh yeah.
What was on? I just don't like the way he looked. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't deal with people like that. But yeah, you seen it, you know it too. I just don't like the person for no reason, like the way he talk or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, Scotty's naive. He's hoping that his work ethic would be enough,
Yep.
and it's not sometimes.
No, sadly it isn't, especially if people have just got it in for you. So
Because as long as he's there, he think if I fuck up, he's gonna be the next CEO. You know what I mean?
Yep. And and I guess this works for Snipes on multiple levels. Is that she had picked Scotty, so if she eventually wants to get back in, if he were to successfully come out on top, he might bring her back.
Right.
If it doesn't work out that way, he's just throwing, she's helping to throw the place into more chaos.
That's
by
all
letting him know.
that was our whole intention.
So there's
So you got rid of me, fuck it. I'll make sure. Because remember, they were looking at the window, out the window at her when she was getting walked out, laughing,
Right.
basically. She's like, okay, cool. I know I'm going, but I start some shit for you before I leave.
Yep.
And that's all it was.
Put a little landmine.
Oh, yeah.
in there for you,
Like,
so.
I keep some shit going. So that's the way you treated me after all these years.
Yep. So
And a lot of people would think like that.
Yeah. Is that I'm still gonna get you. Well, so we go, of course, from this very serious discussion to being introduced to Johnny Thomas, who is one of the most fun characters in the whole program here. And he is a cook at or is he a chef, I guess?
He called himself a chef, but he's
Okay.
actually a cook. With a chef hat.
But this is at the staff, not just the staff cafeteria. This is for the doctors and the
doctor's lounge,
administrative
yes.
staff, and for the higher level, this is their cafeteria.
Yes.
And so he's the one who helps put together all these really great menus that they've got, and because their food is so much nicer than your
yes, it
standard
is.
cafeteria fare. So, but he is an ultimate gossip and likes to talk a little bit of crap about everybody, it sounds like. So we're introduced to him right away because he's heard what's going on and immediately is going to pass this on to everyone as to what's been happening. Mm-hmm. And every job has a Johnny.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether they're male or female, gay or straight, there is a Johnny at every job. So
Yeah. For Johnny, working in the cafeteria, of course, you hear everything, everything that comes through. Even if he's just cooking, he can hear the doctors talking, little whispers here and there. And then he has his little female crew that he likes to report to
Right.
and give the tea, to spill the tea.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the tea is just iced tea and some of the tea is hot boiling raspberry tea. But he's going to spill it.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it comes to Scotty, he has a little crush on Scotty. So, of course, he wants anything that he can do to get the opportunity to talk to him, even if it is messy.
Yes. And he has that crush, but he's in a relationship with Reuben Rose.
So unexpected, but yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Reuben, that's his man. But Reuben doesn't let everybody know it.
No.
It's a secret affair.
Yep. But we hear more about that in a upcoming chapter about their relationship a little bit. But yeah, Johnny is like I said, very
Animated.
yes.
He's the hospital
fun.
gossip.
Yes.
He's gonna just think of where he works at is a perfect location. Mm-hmm. I mean, he works in the cafeteria. He works
Right.
with a doctor's lounge, so he can hear everything. Mm-hmm. And as long as he got his girlfriends there, his girls are working in the cafeteria with him, they keep their little gossip going. But he does have his ears to the hallways, as I put it. He knows what's going on and when. So, and plus I had to make a comic relief. You had a lot of murders in this book so far. You had a lot of background stories, all the characters, who's who and what's what, who's snakes and who's good people. Now it's time for some comedy and some action from, gotta keep, I want to be a well-rounded book,
Yeah. Yeah. And, the people who are at the heart of the rumor mill, often they really do know what is going on. There's rumors, but they also often know what the truth of the matter is too. And so they're good people to know or to have on your side, because sometimes they may like to spread some of the other rumors around, whether or not they're true, but if they're on your side, they might tell you what's actually going on.
Exactly.
They may add to it, but there's always some truth to it.
Yeah, and they often have ears everywhere. Mm-hmm. So, because people like to give the gossip good gossip. Mm-hmm. They like to be able to impress that gossipy person. And so I'm sure he's getting information from all over sometimes.
Yeah, then there's those, he's a gossiper. That's all he does is spread lies. But they're the first ones to go try and listen to it.
Right.
Always a little truth in every lie.
Well, we're going to hear more about how the rumor mill is running in the next chapter. So we look forward to seeing everyone next time.
And we look forward to seeing you in the next chapter of Daily Census Explained. So if you could just please assist us by hitting the like, subscribe, and notification buttons. You can also comment and share our content. These small things really help our channel, and it means a lot to us.